Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Boston Classroom series. We are continuing our look at herbal energetics, and today we're going to be looking at herbs that are from the sour group of herbs, as well as herbs that are from the group that is called alkaloids. All right, our alkaloidal plants. Um, and today, for our demonstration, we are going to be looking at the Madame Fate, which is from our alkaloidal group of herbs. Madame Fate is also known as Star of Bethlehem. It is famously used in our traditional medicine and folklore medicine here in Jamaica. It is used for in folklore medicine as a powerful uh, uh, herb to ward off evil spirits. It's also used to heal incurable ulcers on the leg. All right, but the herb, as I said, it's an alkaloid, and alkaloid are herbs that have certain chemicals that ward off animals. So this is not one of those herbs that you're going to see animals wanting to eat, because the alkaloidal taste in and of itself is somewhat a kind of acidic taste. So it somewhat tastes like when you burp and that acid comes up in your throat, that burning sensation. That's what alkaloidal herbs taste like. So herbs like Madame Fate, herbs like noni, herbs like the dogwood bark, and that particular taste is a presence of alkaloids, like turpentine, nicotine, and this herb in particular has lots of nicotine in it. As a matter of fact, this herb can be used to help break smoking addiction, cigarette addiction, and so that's one of the many uses of it. And for our sour herb, we're going to be using the good old um, June plum leaf. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to taste this plant to kind of experience what the alkaloid taste is like. And then I'm going to taste the June plum leaf. As I said, alkaloids, the alkaloids that are present in alkaloidal herbs pretty much make them create a deterrent for animals to eat them, and so that those alkaloids make alkaloidal herbs very good cardiac tonics. They are very good in dealing with inflammation. Hence, it's used for treating ulcers and painful ulcers. But it also the alkaloids that are present makes it a very good anesthesia herb. So it's very good for numbing and dealing with pain. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chew on, this was freshly picked right here. So let's see what the effects are. So um, tasting the alkaloid, it is somewhat kind of tastes like peppery, but not as pungent as pepper. So it's somewhat spicy, peppery, and I'm feeling that in the back of my throat right now. So I really want to neutralize it, but let me just see. So there's no bitterness, right? There's no bitterness, but I should warn you that this is not a plant. The flower and the blossom, you don't want to handle this plant and touch anywhere to do with your eyes. So it's well known to cause blindness. So the acrid taste is in the back of my throat. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna consume my sour herb, which is the June plum leaves, and this is mm, mm, right. hmm So the minute I start tasting the sour herb, my mouth immediately started to salivate. Um, Sour herbs is very similar to acrid herbs, um, but sour herbs are more cooling. right? So they are more cooling. They're very helpful in dealing with lots of mucus. So they help to cool the body. So right away, it has totally, almost, not totally, but almost gotten rid of the sensation created from the alkaloid herbs. And so what that's done is that in my tissues, in the tissues, when you take sour herbs, it basically encourages the production of fluid, and that fluid tends to be cool and it tends to take away whatever acidity is there. And so the acid from the alkaloid herbs are very good for dealing with inflammation, very good for dealing with uh, 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 creating a numbing, soothing feeling. So it helps with pain. Very good for the heart. And so what I just experienced is a pretty good contrast. And so what I want to do, you definitely want to remember to wash your hands. So that's our demonstration looking on sour herbs and alkaloidal herbs, sour herbs, herbs from the sour group, herbs from the alkaloid groups, as well as their effects on the tissues of the body. I'll go furthermore into that, looking at giving you more examples and more insight as to how these two herbs, or these two groups of herbs, help us to understand the benefits of herbs in the wild. As I said, this is how our ancestors would learn. This is how the herbs talk to us. All right, so thank you, and see you in our next lesson. Bye bye. Hey guys, welcome to the final presentation on the series uh, Herbal Energetics. This is part 6, and in today's lesson, we are going to be looking on sour herbs and alkaloidal herbs. Sour herbs are herbs that have a tightening, constricting effect on the tissues of the body. They function similar to astringent, so they help with vulnerary, they help to counteract wounds, improve digestion, reduce inflammation. They're high in antioxidants, and they help build and strengthen the body. And examples of sour herbs are pink fringe, guava fruit, showbutton fruit, civil orange, lemon, lime, acerella cherries, tamarind, and June plum. And in my demonstration, I looked at pink fringe. Um, the major phytochemicals are citric acid, malic acid, and of course tartic acids. And then the opposite, the energetically opposite of sour herbs, are alkaloidal herbs. And these herbs are relaxing, they help to ease constriction as well. They may also be cooling and drying, and they are antispasmodic. Examples include noni, madam fate, duck flower, mustard, and of course dogwood bark. In the presentation, I looked at the madam fate, and the major phytochemicals are glycosinolates, capsaicin, nicotines, and of course berberine. All right, so let's look a little more on these herbs. So, as I said, sour herbs, those are the examples of sour herbs, healing actions of sour herbs, and the phytochemicals. Citric acid. Citric acid is a weak organic acid that occurs naturally in many citrus fruits, such as lemons, limes, oranges, and grapefruits. It is a white crystalline powder with a sour taste. Citric acid is widely used in the food and beverage industry as a flavoring agent, preservative, and acidulant. All right, so that is citric acid, and we know it. A lot of kids love that the sour taste of citric acid. Then we have malic acid. Malic acid is a naturally occurring organic compound that belongs to the family of dicarboxylic acids. It is found in various fruits, particularly apples, and is responsible for the sour or tart taste in certain fruits. Malic acid is also produced by the human body as an intermediate in the citric acid cycle, which is an essential metabolic pathway for generating energy. So, malic acid is also found in the body. Then, of course, there's tartic acid. And tartic acid is a naturally occurring organic acid that is commonly found in various fruits such as grapes, bananas, and tamarinds. It is also present in certain vegetables like tomatoes. The acid is named after its original source, tartar, which is a sediment that forms on the inside of wine barrels during the fermentation process. So these are very strong acids. And so that is, if you consume too much of these, they allow the body to be too acidic. And that is the reason why we have to be balanced in consuming these foods. Now let's take a look at alkaloidal herbs. And alkaloidal herbs owe their properties to major phytochemicals like glycosinolates, capsaicin, nicotine, and berberine. Now, glycosinolates are a group of natural compounds found in certain plants, particularly in the Brassicaceae family, which includes vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, kale, and mustard greens. These compounds are primarily known for their pungent or bitter taste and distinctive aroma. Sometimes you won't taste this in these vegetables unless the vegetables have matured, but it is still present. Glucosinolates are sulfur containing compounds and are derived from amino acids. They play a crucial role in the defense mechanism of plants against herbivores, pests, and diseases. When the plant tissue is damaged, such as by chewing or cutting, an enzyme called myrosinase comes into contact with glycosinolates, leading to a reaction that produces various breakdown products, including isothiocyanates, nitriles, and thiocyanates. Then we have capsaicin. Capsaicin is a natural compound that is responsible for the spicy or hot sensation you experience when you consume chili peppers or spicy foods. It is the primary active component found in chili peppers and belongs to a group of chemicals known as capsaicinoids. Then we have nicotine. Nicotine is a naturally occurring chemical compound found in the leaves of the tobacco plant and other plants in the Solanaceae family. It is classified as a stimulant drug because of its effects on the central nervous system. Nicotine is highly addictive and it is the primary psychoactive substance responsible for the addictive properties of tobacco products, such as cigarettes, cigars, and chewing tobacco. When tobacco is smoked or chewed, nicotine is absorbed into the bloodstream through the lungs or the mucous membranes in the mouth, respectively. It then travels to the brain where it binds to specific receptors, triggering the release of neurotransmitters such as dopamine, which is associated with feelings of pleasure and reward. Then there is berberine, and berberine has caught the attention and has benefited from the excitement in the nutraceutical industry. There are so many synthetic forms of it. But berberine is a natural alkaloid compound found in several plants, including golden seal, barberry, and Chinese gold thread. It has been used for centuries in traditional medicine and Ayurvedic medicine for its potential health benefits. And that, guys, ends our look on plant energetics. I hope you learned a lot, and thank you for being here, and see you guys in our next video. Bye-bye.